Hey guys, so a great question came in from the Facebook group, Total Knee Replacement for Kind People, from Sandy, one of our amazing moderators. And she was talking about using a treadmill. And so I know this is a common question that comes up, so I wanted to just record a video response to the question. There are going to be times where your physical therapist is going to tell you to actually hold on to the handrails while you're walking on a treadmill. And then there's going to be other times where your therapist is going to tell you not to hold on to the handrails. So let's talk about this for just a minute and let's kind of clear up some misconceptions. The first thing is, please understand that walking on a treadmill is not like walking around off a treadmill. So if I'm going to walk through the grocery store, my body is moving forward because I'm propelling myself forward. My feet are actually pushing me forward, and I'm kind of falling forward through space as I'm propelling forward. On a treadmill, the ground is moving underneath you and you're simply walking over a moving ground. So it's a very different mechanics to walk on a treadmill than it is walking in normal space. The other component is it's a little bit disorienting to walk on a treadmill because, again, when I'm walking, if I walk across the room, there are things that are moving in my peripheral vision. My brain has been programmed for as long as I've been alive to see the peripheral vision. That gives me information about spatial awareness, about speed and everything else. Whereas when I'm walking on a treadmill, nothing is moving. So the brain gets a little bit confused. The central nervous system doesn't quite know how to process the new information until you've done it several times. And so for me in my clinic, when I'm typically working with somebody for the first time walking on a treadmill, I will recommend they hold on. Usually I prefer they hold on to the side rails rather than the front bar. I have no problem with them doing that because it does stabilize them. It does keep their trunk, their body, kind of in the center of their walking pattern, their base of support. And it just gives them that little bit of security to know, hey, I'm in control. I can, do whatever I need to do. But if I want to work on balance, not so much work on heel toe strike, not so much work on the technique of walking, I'm not worried about the knee extension and toe off and all of those things associated with optimizing gait. If I really just want to work on balance, the vestibular system, the visual system, the proprioceptive system, then I will have my patient walk without holding on. So there's absolutely a time and a place for both strategies. Both techniques can be effective. If you're looking at walking at a brisk pace, whatever that might be for you, not to the point of jogging, but to the point of walking quickly, getting a little bit short of breath, getting a little bit of a sweat going. Sorry, women don't sweat, they glow, right? That's what I remember. Then I wouldn't worry too much about whether you choose to hold on or not. Certainly holding on may give you an artificial sense that you're going quicker than you really can handle. But that being said, if you feel more stable holding on to those rails and you feel like you can do more, walk longer, be in control, understand what your body is doing, go ahead and do it. You're not going to have any detrimental effect. And I would say you probably do walk better, walk cleaner when you're holding on because you don't have that kind of wobble thing going on. But if you want to work on balance, on core control, on hips, then practice walking without holding on. One little strategy that you can try if you're still listening is, rather than grabbing onto the handrails, you can actually put your hands underneath the handrail so the rail's touching the back side of your hand. And what that does is it gives you just a little bit of the side-to-side control, but you're not pushing down, so it's not lifting you up. But absolutely, I think treadmills are amazing. I think they're wonderful. That's a very different opinion I'm sharing today than I would have shared 15 or 20 years ago. As a newer therapist, I was not a fan of treadmills. That's a different conversation. But I do think that if you enjoy it, if it makes you feel good, I know my mom, when she would walk on a treadmill 30 minutes every single day, she was probably in some of the best shape of her life. So absolutely, take advantage of doing the things that you enjoy. Understand that there is no right or wrong. I don't know that I've ever had an exercise that I would say is a bad exercise or a good exercise. Every exercise is dependent on context. Is it right for you? And is it right for you at this stage in your recovery or in your fitness programming? That's the question we have to ask. So Sandy, thank you so much for asking. Guys, if you want to ask a question, post it down in the comments or join our Facebook group. If you want to see the next video that YouTube recommends, go ahead and click on this thumbnail right here. And if you haven't, please take a minute and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it.